Hello and welcome to Stories, Treasures, and Tea. I am Marian, very glad to be here with you. I would ask that you push that button to subscribe and like. That would be very helpful to me. So today in Stories, Treasures, and Tea, I am going to talk about a few different things. I'm going to talk about something that I did to try to enjoy these last few weeks of summer. I hate to say that, but in a way I don't hate to say it because I love fall. It's my favorite season. But I'm wondering what you do to enjoy these last few weeks of summer. Let me know in the comments, please do. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. I'm going to talk about a cream tea that I had. And I'm also going to talk about making an iced tea because people have asked me that, how to make iced tea with a loose leaf tea. So I will talk about that. And I'll also talk about a treasure that I found and a project that I did with this treasure. So the first thing is to enjoy these last weeks of summer. I went to this bayfront area of our city, and it was a beautiful day, and there were ducks and geese and people, and it was just such an enjoyable, beautiful day. No way? Okay. And then I decided this week that I was going to have my friend over for tea. So we had what's called a cream tea. In one of the videos before, I talked about the etiquette of afternoon tea, which is the three tiers, and there's sandwiches or savories, and then there's scones, and then there's the sweets. Well, a cream tea is simply scones and the cream, or clotted cream or Devonshire cream, jam, and tea. That's all it is. I added a few extra things like fruits and things, but so that's what we did. We had a cream tea, and it was very nice time with my good friend. So a lot of people have asked me, how do you make iced tea with the loose leaf tea? So that's what I'm going to try to show today. And I'm going to use this one, which is our summer peach, which is perfect for iced tea. And what you do is you get a teapot, and you have to put in that teapot at least 10 good heaping teaspoons of the loose leaf tea. So I've already put 6 in there. I'm going to put another 6, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's a good heaping teaspoon. You put that in a teapot, and then you have to add some boiling water. So what I've done is I've just boiled the water. I don't really like to put it on the herbal tea because this is it's a fruit tea, so it's not like a black tea. I don't like to put the bubbly boiling water on it because it's more delicate, and I just think it has to be boiled, but just give it a minute or two to calm down. And then what we're going to do is, in this teapot with 10 or 12 teaspoons of the tea, we're going to put about a cup or more of the boiling water into the teapot. That's just, I think that was a little less than a cup, so I'll put a little bit more. And the idea is to make it almost like into a syrup. And what I do is, as well, I put a good dollop of brown sugar. I would also put maple syrup because I like it to be a little bit sweet for the iced tea, but you don't have to put in any sweetness. You could put in maple syrup, you could put in sugar. I like to put a good chunk of the maple syrup. I'm sorry, this is brown sugar. I do maple syrup as well. Give it just a bit of a stir. And then what you do is you let that steep for 7 or 8 minutes. Let it steep. And in the meantime, while that's steeping, you get a jug and you put about, I'd say about a third cold water. So I had this water running earlier, so it's pretty cold. Sometimes I'll get it from my fridge, which is, I have a thing there. So I put about this much cold water and then let that steep for, I'd say 7 or 8 minutes. Okay, so now it has steeped for 7 or 8 minutes. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a filter, because you'll need a filter to pour the tea into the jug, because of course it's loose leaf tea. So that's what we will do. So we'll get the filter, we'll get the steeped tea that's been steeping for, I'd say 8 minutes, I like. Pour it into the jug. You can see the tea coming out there. You can see the kind of syrupy tea. Pour it all out, much as you can. Give that a little shake. Gotta watch this lid. A little bit more. Pour it all in there. Beautiful peach tea. And it's good for the season. It's peach season around here. And they are beautiful this year. So you pour all that in there, much as you can. And then the next step is to simply put ice in it. A fair bit of ice. And then fill it up again with the coldest water available. Put it into the fridge, of course. Fill it almost to the top. And then, when you're ready to serve it, I'll put some more ice in there. Put some ice in the glasses, and also, if you have any slices of peaches, add a little peach slice to it as well. So hopefully you'll make some of this to enjoy the rest of this summer, and I hope you enjoy it very much. The treasure that I got a couple of weeks ago was free. There was a woman that was advertising furniture on Facebook Marketplace, and the items were free. So I thought, I'm going to go take a look. If I can fit it in my car, and I don't have a truck, I have a little car, then I might get it. So I went and I saw these 2 tables. I picked up both of them because they both fit in my car. They're small tables. And I did a little project with them, and I'd like to show you the before and after. And what I used was my favorite paint, which was the Fusion Mineral. I love that paint. It's got great coverage. It washes well because it's just water-based. And you just have to clean the surface. That's very important, cleaning it. And the company has a alternative to TSP, but I just used a little bit of dish soap and warm water, washed it all down really good, and then I did a bit of a rinse, let it dry, and I did a little bit of sandpapering, not to the bare, wood, But I did that, and then I painted, and oh, such good coverage. So I also did the trim on it with a Fusion Mineral, it's called metallic paint, and I just did the highlights on the piece. And I think the color was, it was rose gold, that's what it was. And the paint on the piece itself was called damask. And it's just a little bit of rose to it, like damask rose. It's not like a pink, it's just like a neutral kind of rose color. I loved it. So what I was doing this morning, I did my meditation, which I often do. I try to do meditation every day, at least once a day. I just do it for 10 minutes because they do say that it can certainly help reduce stress, and it can also help build your immune system. So that's why I try to do it each day. And today when I did it, was a young girl on YouTube that I was watching, and she talked about, after she talked about getting yourself in a comfortable position and relaxing and breathing and relaxing, then she said to envision that there's a bright light around you, a bright light that's warmth and bringing that light to you. And then envision that light around everybody, that bright light that's bringing warmth to everybody. And she said it's like a spider's web all around the globe of bright light, and we're all connected. So it's kind of like YouTube channels. We're all connected. It's a place where we talk positive. We listen to other people that have positive messages. And so it just, to me, it resonated with the idea of a YouTube channel and how we can reach out to the whole globe, really. So I really liked that. I enjoyed that meditation just for 10 minutes, and it was really uplifting, absolutely. So I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you will subscribe if you haven't already, and like as well. And until next week, bye-bye.